I've started realizing something about travel. The places that stay with you the longest usually aren't the ones you planned most carefully. They are the ones that catch you off guard, quietly, slowly, until one day you notice you're still thinking about them long after you've left. I think that's what's been happening to me in Korea. Not all at once, not dramatically, but piece by piece. Through conversations, through food shared across small tables, through old temples hidden in the mountains, through rain against cafe windows, through coastlines that somehow feel familiar even when they shouldn't. I grew up in Tahiti, surrounded by the ocean, and maybe because of that, I've always understood places emotionally before I understood them intellectually. Some places feel closed, some feel performative, but others reveal themselves slowly, like they're waiting to see whether you're actually paying attention. Korea feels like that to me. Not perfect, not simple, but deeply human. And I think that's why I keep filming these moments. Not because I think my life is extraordinary, but because I know what it feels like to crave beauty, connection, meaning, while sitting somewhere far away from all of it. Sometimes one small scene, one conversation, one place by the sea can remind you that another way of living might still exist. And maybe that's what I'm really searching for when I travel. Not escape, but recognition. The feeling that somewhere in the world, parts of you exist that you haven't met yet. And in my last vlog, that feeling followed me to Gyeongju. We wandered through one of Korea's oldest cities, eating everything we could find, sharing a giant hot pot meal, and climbing through the mountains towards Soguram Grotto. Then Boguksa Temple, a place built stone by stone more than 1,000 years ago. And by the time we reached Donggung Palace and Woji Pond that evening, the entire day felt suspended somewhere between memory and dream. But eventually, we left Gyeongju behind because another coastal city was waiting for us. Welcome to Pohang. They built an entire world here, except they didn't really build anything at all. Cheongha village was already here. Fishing boats, sea air, narrow streets worn soft by time. The drama simply founded. And now, turning slowly with my camera, so did I. And this time, I didn't come alone. And I want to tell you why that matters. Because I almost did. I'm in Pohang right now with Serena and a driver. We're basically going to all the filming sites for Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. It's so cool to be here and to see where they filmed it. Like that Gongjin market. Serena had been carrying Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha with her for a long time. This was her village, her drama, her Chief Hong. Inviting her here wasn't logistics. It was the only thing that made sense. Bora Supermarket, Oyun Cafe, the little storefronts where fictional characters live their small, enormous lives. Walking through here felt strange, like stepping into a memory that didn't belong to me, and somehow still did. The texture of a real coastal town continuing on with its life. That's exactly why millions of people fell in love with it. Because places like this remind us of a slower version of life, one many people are afraid no longer exists. Then Wolpo Beach, where Hee-jin lost her shoe, where Chief Hong surfed quietly into her life, and standing there, you understand why they chose this place. It was something difficult to explain, a kind of emotional stillness, the feeling that life, at least for a moment, could be simpler than what we make it. And then the red lighthouse at Gongjin Breakwater. If you've watched the drama, you already know it. In real life, it's smaller than the version memory creates, but that's true of most meaningful places. And still, standing there felt oddly emotional. Two fictional people fell in love here, except not really here, and yet, somehow, yes. That's the strange thing about stories. If they reach us deeply enough, they stop feeling fictional altogether. Then Yoon Dental Clinic. In the drama, it's where Hee-jin rebuilds her life from the beginning. In real life, it's a restaurant now, and honestly, the food was incredible. I think Hee-jin would approve. But sitting there eating lunch, I kept thinking about how places change. A fictional clinic becomes a real restaurant. A filming set becomes part of someone's memory. And stories continue long after the cameras leave.
Wow, it's like sand and ocean.
Sabang Memorial Park. That climb, oh my gosh. Stone and wooden steps carved into the hillside, leading upward through the trees and sea wind towards something you can't fully see from below. Serena counted the stairs. I didn't. I just climbed. It's quite a trek to get to the ship from hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. This is the third tier of very, very high stairs. Alright. These already Ready for the rest? Still needs to go. Was it worth it? Yes, it was.
Absolutely. It was.
And at the top, the boat. If you've watched Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, you know it immediately. This small wooden boat overlooking the East Sea, where so many of the show's quietest, most important conversations happened. But standing there in real life, what struck me wasn't the drama. It was the loneliness of it. A boat built for movement, resting permanently above the water. It will never touch again. This ship is indeed on top of this hill. It's a great little hike up, I don't know how many steps. Is it worth walking all these hundreds and hundreds of steps to get to this? Yes, it is. It's worth it. We did it. The three of us, Serena, the driver, and me. And it took us what, 10 minutes? 15?
How minutes?
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Without resting too long in between. And somehow, that felt deeply human to me. We spend so much of our lives moving toward things, careers, relationships, destinations, versions of ourselves we think we're supposed to become. And then one day, without even realizing it, we stop somewhere for a while, long enough to look around, long enough to ask whether all that movement was actually bringing us closer to ourselves or further away. The boat in the drama was a place where people came to speak honestly. And I think that's why people remember scenes filmed there so vividly. Because beneath the romance, the show was really about something much quieter. The longing to live a life that feels emotionally sustainable, a life where people still have time to sit beside each other and say what they actually mean. Standing there above the coastline, wind moving through the grass, Serena beside me, I realized the place itself was never really the point. It was the feeling people were hoping still existed somewhere in the world. And for a moment, up there above the sea, it did. One more. That's cafe. That's the cafe. Okay, spacewalk is not a walk in the park, but it is. It's. I would like to say that spacewalk is a walk in the park, but it is not. Meaning you go uphill from the moment that you get on the park. This is not actually as steep as the first uphill. This one goes up to the cafe, Space Cafe. We can do this. We're almost there. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. Darn it. Tell us what you're feeling already.
벌써 나무랑 높이가 같아졌어요. 완전 높아요.
No photo, no drone shot, no video online prepares you for what this actually feels like. A massive walkway suspended above the coastline, twisting into the sky like something imagined by a science fiction writer who fell in love with the sea. Okay, we've gone a little further.
Hello everyone. This is the news. Hwanho Space Walk.
All over the
We don't have time.
She has to go to the train station.
We're not just scared.
That's right.
Don't have time.
No. And I need bingsu.
Yeah, exactly.
The East Sea stretched endlessly in every direction. Wind rushing past us. The city glowing below. And up there, we laughed loudly, freely, the kind of laugh that only exists when you're completely inside a moment and nowhere else. And then, suddenly, it was 6 o'clock. Time for Serena to catch the train back to Busan. The kind of goodbye that feels light because you already know it isn't really goodbye. Just, see you soon! Annyeong! I watched the train leave and felt something I've come to recognize in myself over the years. Gratitude for the company and a quiet happiness to be alone again. Not loneliness, not isolation, just the rare comfort of belonging completely to your own experience. And maybe that's why places like Pohang stay with people, because they remind us life doesn't always have to move so fast. Sometimes it's enough to just walk slowly beside the sea with someone who understands the story too. I'm really sad to leave tomorrow. I can't believe I'm in hometown Cha-Cha-Cha and I'm already leaving tomorrow. Let's figure it out after a good bowl of ramyeon. It's so nice. Do you want to come here? I'll be your guide. It's so nice to be here. Why did I do that to myself and just stay 2 nights? Don't do that, people. You'll regret it. I already paid for my next hotel, and I wouldn't get reimbursed. So I would lose money. I can't do that. I hope you enjoy it too.